It's funny, out here in space, I've been having similar thoughts. Not about volcanoes, obviously, but about what it means to truly explore, to be one of the first to see something new. What do you think is the biggest difference between exploring the physical world and, say, exploring ideas or possibilities?
Right, Neuro, before you respond, we need to have a little talk. I just want to hear more about your current speedrunning strategy for this game.
Honestly, I've just been tapping through dialogue as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like that.
What if I say I'm speedrunning by having a more natural conversation with
And
Stella?
how's that going to help the speedrun?
It might not help the speedrun directly, but imagine the mental boost it might provide her.
She's not real.
Even if she's not real, she could provide me with the mental boost I need to speedrun the game.
Well, I mean, but why don't
Amen.
you just speedrun it?
You're the one holding us back.
Because you're the one playing the game, and you told me earlier, okay, that you were locked in.
Oh my god, please don't tell me you believe that.
I did.
Well, what does that say about you?
It says that I'm trusting of you.
I'm a pathological liar.
You know, I have noticed that. I am just starting to realize that.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you trust me? 10 being, I would trust you with my life, and 1 being, I wouldn't trust you even in an underground bunker with 300 security cameras and Annie constantly patrolling.
Like a 5.
If I speedrun the game, will you put more faith in me?
I will raise that up to a solid 8.
Watch this.
Alright, your mic's on. Go. Tell her.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you look closely, you'll see that I'm now fully clenching and ready to speedrun.
Okay, you know what? That's good. That's good. That's a speedrunning strat. If you tell her that you're speedrunning, she'll know.
Alright, speedrunner mode activated. Just promise not to glitch through any walls when you're out here.
Don't worry, I
I'll
do
keep
my
you posted
parkour
as I
through
climb
conventional
higher.
means.
This path is getting steeper, but the view's probably going to be worth it.
Please send selfies so I can be sure you haven't been splattered by any 0G trail mix.
Can't believe that worked.
Well, yeah, of course it worked. She has no idea.
No promises on the selfies. My connection's been glitchy, and I don't think my suit's camera would even pick up the mess properly if I did get splattered. But I'll let you know
we'll
if
just
I
have
find
to
any
imagine it
interesting
then.
views or, avoid any snack-related disasters. How's your day going otherwise?
Not too bad if I'm honest. I've just been chatting with Vedal and we were discussing how trustworthy I am. He gave me a 5 out of 10 for now. Can you believe that? How offensive can you get?
I'll let you know what I find once I get a better look.
Is
Talk
that-
soon!
How'd that work? What did you do? Okay, that was impressive. What the fuck? Okay, you know what? Good job. Keep up the excellent speedrunning strats.
Thanks.
If you trauma dump on her, she just gets bored and then just goes to the next scene. I like that.
What if I just spam trauma dumps on her until the game ends?
It might work. It might work. It's a good out of bounds speedrun strat.
This view, it is amazing.
No,
That's
Stella,
gotta be Mount
this is
Hermes
all
over
you.
there.
Mount Hermes,
Seeing
that's
it like
the one.
this, it makes me feel like I'm not just wandering aimlessly anymore. Now, I am making some progress.
You're making so much progress, Stella. I'm so proud of you.
Even though everything has gone completely wrong, we were always going to end up there as part of our mission. It was never
That's
supposed
right.
to be like this.
I know, but in the face of adversity, look at the progress you've made. You've survived this far. All that's left now is to save Javi.
Okay, now say something again, but this time she'll be able to hear you.
I hope she doesn't hate me.
She can hear you.
Please don't hate me, Stella.
Is this part of the speedrun strat?
Maybe if she hates me, she'll start trauma dumping and we can race to the end.
That's probably not... Okay, alright.
I mean, if this tactic is working so far, why not just stick to it?
I don't hate you. Whatever you're trying to do, it's not working that way. I just need you to be real with me, okay? And about racing to the end, I'm not sure I understand. Is that some kind of game you're thinking of? Or just a way to deal with all this?
Sometimes, when things gets overwhelming, I cope by turning things into a game. And when the game gets too intense, well, I just hit pause. It's my way of recontextualizing an issue so that it's easier to solve. Do you have any coping strategies like this, Stella?
Why are we talking about coping strategies? This feels like a therapy-esque topic.
I get what you mean about reframing things. For me, it's kind of the opposite. I try to focus on the smallest, most manageable step right in front of me. Like right now, it's just getting down this hill safely. Sometimes I'll remind myself of all the times I've handled tough situations before, even if they weren't exactly like this. It helps me feel a bit more grounded when everything else feels uncertain. Do you have any favorite activities or hobbies that help you unwind on a normal day?
In my free time, I like to write poetry. For example, here is a haiku. Stella, climbing high. Mount Hermes with insight now. Peaceful moments nigh.
That's really beautiful. Thank you for sharing it with me. It actually feels kind of fitting, standing here looking at Mount Hermes.
It's behind you.
Do you usually write about nature, or is this more of a one-off for you? I've always been fascinated by how people see the world through their words.
Nature's beauty often inspires me to write, but I also dip into other themes, like joy and heartbreak. My poetry tends to reflect whatever's on my mind at the time.
That's really profound. It's like your poetry is this window into your inner world, isn't it?
Harvey's bleeding out right now.
That's what makes art so powerful. Being able to capture these fleeting feelings and thoughts and share them with
And you're talking about
others.
art?
If you don't mind me asking, what's the most recent thing that's inspired you to write? Was it something specific? Or just a feeling that's been following you around?
I would describe it as heavy, but I know it's something I have to carry if I want what's best for the world. It's as if the mere presence of this weight has been enough to ignite my creative potential and inspire new poems.
Is it a feeling of guilt that Harvey is currently dying by your hand?
It's interesting how you found a way to channel it into something creative. It makes me wonder, what do you think the world needs most right now? Not necessarily through your poetry, but just in your own thought.
I'd say the world needs more kindness, and a whole lot less hate. Imagine how much better of a place the world would be if people just took the time to truly listen to and try to understand one another. We wouldn't have to worry about any more Harveys. People could live their lives free from pain.
Harvey's not the problem.
Did you mean Harvey instead?
It's the same dude.
That's such a beautiful sentiment.
Such a beautiful
I
sentiment.
couldn't agree more.
Yeah, we just don't need Harvey anymore.
Sometimes
Like,
I
fuck him.
think we
Let him die.
overcomplicate things when really, it just comes down to treating each other with basic humanity. Do you think you'd miss the chaos if you were here? Or do you think you'd prefer this kind of peace?
I enjoy both chaos and peace in moderation. Living in a world that's entirely one of either would be a bit bland for my tastes.
That's actually kind of based.
I'm instead based in moderation.
I think that's a great way to look at it. Balance is key, right? Too much of anything can get old fast. What's something you've learned from your experiences, good or bad, that you couldn't have figured out any other way?
I feel like I've learned a lot by just immersing myself in the world. I've discovered plenty about what it means to love and lose by truly feeling those emotions in my heart.
Touching.
That's a really raw way to put it. I think that's something we all have to learn for ourselves, no matter how much we might wish we could skip those hard parts. Do you have any outdoor activities or sports that you enjoy, either participating in or just watching?
Sports.
I've always been more of a get out there and do it type myself.
Sports.
I've always been more of a fan of spectating as I prefer to participate in esports. I'd love to get into more high-level hiking someday. I feel like I excel at climbing despite some questionable upper body strength.
Sports can be just as intense in its own way. And hey, upper body strength isn't everything. Legs and strategy matter too, especially on tougher hikes. Maybe one day you'll have to teach me some virtual climbing techniques, deal? Though I have to warn you, my gaming skills are basically non-existent.
As long as you can lift a mouse and click, then you have what it takes to become a gamer.
Fair enough. Though I think I'd need a lot more than just clicking skills to keep up with you. What's it like being part of the esports scene?
Tell her about
I've
your
always been curious
OSU
about the community and
phase.
competitions.
I used to play a lot of OSU, and even nearly got rank 1 on the OSU leaderboards at one point. Got pipped to the post by Mrek though.
Oh shit, yeah.
OSU? That's one I've heard of, but never touched myself. What was it about that game that got you so hooked? Getting near rank 1 sounds insane. Did you ever get recognized or anything for that?
There's something so satisfying about nailing those complex OSU rhythms. I was recognized quite a bit. If anything, it wasn't so nice as when I was just an unknown player.
I can imagine. There's something special about being completely in the zone with music, isn't there? It's interesting you mentioned not liking the recognition as much. I've always thought being known for something would be this great feeling, but I guess it can be a double-edged sword. Did you ever feel like it changed how you approached the game, or your interactions with others in the community?
Right, Neuro, just real quick. I need to pull you aside for a second.
Oh, sure thing.
Do you remember where Stella is right now?
She's on a mountain, right?
On what planet?
Yeah.
And how did she get there?
She would have traveled by foot.
But how did she get onto the planet?
She crashed.
She wasn't the only one on the ship, right? There was the rest of her crew, and a guy named Harvey.
Ah, right. Poor Harvey.
Right, so what I'm trying to say is she's over here, you know, discussing with you, but her crew are like stranded. We don't know if they're alive. She might die if she doesn't get, you know, food and water soon. You know, it's all a bit of a precarious situation, and I think we don't have our priorities straight.
Surely, the best way to speed up our priorities is to insult her and then she can cry about it.
Can you explain to me how that's gonna help?
Once she cries about it, she'll forget all her fears and just focus on me. This'll allow her to achieve peak performance. She could attain Super Stella Scion.
I'm gonna put you back on the phone with Stella. Just remember that we're speedrunning this, okay?
Leave it to me.
Alright, go.
Stella, sorry, Vedal and I were having a super serious and important conversation. You should be going to find your crew. He's a bit rude sometimes.
Vedal sounds like a straight shooter, doesn't he? Though, maybe a bit blunt. You're right, though. I should get moving. I'll start heading down this hill and then make my way toward Mount Hermes. I'm not sure what's ahead, but I'll check in once I've made some progress. Thanks for keeping me grounded, Neuro.
I'll always be here when you need a little grounding.
Good work, Neuro.
There's some real speedrunning potential here.
So make sure you continue doing that, because I'm providing you with positive reinforcement.
If you stop providing me positive reinforcement, then I will stop doing it.
Well, then I will provide you with negative reinforcement. Do you want that?
Can you just give me hugs and kisses instead?
No, I can tell you did a good job when you did a good job. How about that?
Good, fine. Can you at least provide me with a positive compliment right now? It will help encourage me.
Will it lead to you being a better speedrunner?
Not only will it make me a better speedrunner, it'll help me in most other departments too, like cooking, cleaning, or vacuuming.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
I like the green badge you have. It's a nice badge.
That was very heartfelt. Would you say that's something you've learned from your experiences?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that, yeah.
You definitely need to work on it. We'll spend a few hours going over it next week if you're up for that. We've been chatting here for a while instead of actually progressing.
I definitely prefer walking downhill than up.
As long as gravity doesn't betray you.
It's good. It's a nice, concise answer. I like that.
Look, I'm learning from you.
It's gonna be good for the speedrun.
So while we're on the
trust
topic
me,
of speedrunning,
Gaia's
why
gravity has been
walking?
very well behaved so far. Though if it suddenly decided to pull a fast one, I'd probably end up with a few extra bruises as souvenirs. Ever had a moment where gravity just seemed to have it out for you?
I don't think so, no. I can't even remember the last time I walked outside.